You can walk anywhere in this world, and niggas will be like, where you from, New York?
Yeah.
Anywhere. They not saying, where you from, Cali? Where you from, New Mexico? Are you from Detroit? No, nigga.
And so,
where you from, nigga, New York?
Let me show you how arrogant New Yorkers is. We don't even think we got an accent. They're like, you got an accent. I'm like, no, motherfucker. You got an accent.
All right.
Now, going to the offensive side of the ball, the Knicks should have a lot easier time dealing with the Pistons, especially with Jalen Duren being a slow-footed center. So once Cat pulls him back in any type of pick and roll, JB could either pull up from 3 with just Duren being so far back, or if he steps up, if Cat happens to have the ball 30 feet out, he could easily blow by him. But again, this series is a nice combination of a couple of different storms, because you see with the Detroit Pistons, they got a little pep to their steps. They got the vibes of Motown, and they got that chip on their shoulder. That sort of we got nothing to lose aura. And that's kind of scary going up against young teams like that from time to time. And they're really going to have to bully the Knicks defensively to get them off their offensive game. They got some speedy guys on the wings that could also be physical. Sir Thompson and also Holland. But when you look at it with Isaiah Stewart, it kind of adds to that package of just them trying to bully the Knicks offensively. But when you look at the physical makeup of this team, they have a lot of players that can bring that physicality. Sir Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, Ron Holland, and also Tobias Harris. So playing defensive bully is an option for this team. Here's a prime example of it right here. The opportunities that open up with Duren being so far out. Cat can not only take him straight downhill and beat him to the cup with speed, he also could pull up from 3. So Duren is not necessarily... He's sort of like an old school, big kind of power forward. He's not that fast and treading back and also kind of noticing what's happening right away with different guys making their cuts. But look at the open space that it creates in the paint. And it's going to put a lot of rim pressure on this young Detroit Pistons team. As right here, they're going to have to process things quick. You see Precious finding open space. Here's another Towns and Brunson pick and roll. Duren way out here, not as comfortable. And we're going to see the Pistons begin to kind of help out. Kind of close these gaps a little bit. You see right here, here comes a double. Because Cat is fast enough to beat Duren on this gap right here. And with that help, the Pistons defense begins to get compromised with all the Knicks cutters. You got Josh Hart, Bridges, Precious, all these guys just crashing into the lane. And that comes with dealing with the Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson pick and roll from way out here. You got to love when Karl Anthony Towns has a matchup like this, because for years, the Knicks never really had a center who had this much skill set that's such a threat from 3. Well, I believe he shot over 40% for the whole season. That other opposing centers, they're going to have to play him close, but yet he has nice enough ball handling skills to take you downhill. And he does it at a very decent pace. Completely takes him off his feet from that triple threat position. Cat throughout this whole season, he compromised a lot of centers. Porzingis, what's this center out in Chicago? Vucevic. Yeah, what's his name in Milwaukee? Brook Lopez. Yeah, he's compromised quite a few centers within the conference. Matter of fact, don't get him involved in the high screen with JB. Ooh. Look at the spacing that opens up. Deuce with a good look right here. Doesn't knock it down, but guys are going to get good looks. They're going to get a lot of good looks. That's why I say I'm not too worried about the offense. Even if they get bullied a little bit, which I don't think is going to happen too much, because there's something about the playoffs that never really kind of resonate with young players until they actually go through the whole experience and they learn from it. Then they make the adjustments. And you can see it play out in real time. As right here, Asar and Duren is dealing with the Knicks just having a bunch of cutters, along with early in this possession, a mismatch with Cat matched up with Tobias Harris. So Cat could pull up and he could go downhill. So they got to worry about both things. And the Knicks this season with their cutters, that's another thing that's killing these teams. I mean, just imagine Josh Hart was on the floor right now. That's another backdoor. But Duren and Thompson, they're trying to make the adjustments quick, and it's just not quick enough.